Number two is the what? Shutter speed. Now, what is shutter speed? Shutter speed simply refers to the amount of the speed at which we open the shutter and close it back. The amount of time that we use to open the shutter and to close it to permit for light to travel. The amount of time that we need or the amount of time by which we open and close the shutter to permit light to pass through is referred to as the shutter speed. That is what we refer to as the shutter speed. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ojú window yìí ṣàpẹẹrẹ shutter speed. Let's use the curtain. Now, this is your window. This is your house window. Now, you have curtain over it. Let's say it is divided into two parts like this. This is your curtain over your window. By the time you want to open it and you draw it very fast, light will fall into your room very fast. And if you decide to start opening it slow, light will start coming into your room slow. You get it now? Meaning that when you use slow shutter speed, you are telling your image sensor to take time to reach through everything that you are exposing it for. When you use very fast shutter speed, you are telling your image sensor that I don't have time, record it and close it immediately. You get it now? Another example is that by the time you open the curtain slowly, your eyes will start adjusting to the to the light. Your eyes will start adjusting to the light assuming you face the window like this and you start opening it slowly. Your eyes will begin to open to the light slowly and you will begin to notice whatever is outside clearly more because you are taking time to open the window. So whatever is outside, you will see it more before you close the window back. But by the time you open the window very fast, you too will not be able to see what is outside before you open and close it again. The same thing with photography. By the time you open the shutter very fast and there is no enough light to travel through the camera from the lens to the image sensor, then the camera may not be able to record anything and then you have underexposure. Get it now? Or it is so bright I will now open the lens for too open the shutter for too long, then you have what we call as overexposure. Are you getting it now? So that is what the first primary purpose of shutter is to control the amount of light that enters the camera. And that is what we refer to as exposure. The second primary reason for shutter is what? Is to freeze moment. Is to freeze moment. That is the second primary function. Number one is exposure. Number two is to freeze moment. Fast shutter speed will freeze fast objects. Slow shutter speeds will show movement or blur fast objects. Let me explain that. You are running, you are a sprinter. As you were running, you want to capture you. You must use a speed that corresponds to your speed or that is above your speed. That is when we'll be able to capture you and freeze you in that moment in time. But if we use a slow shutter speed, it will show the movement. So the first thing we use shutter speed for is that we use it to freeze movement. When a fast moving object is passing, we use very fast shutter speed to capture the movement. And where we need to show movement, we use slow shutter speed. So that by the time we use shutter speed and the thing moves, then you can see the movement. Just like I'm very sure you must have noticed, by the time you use your phone to capture some pictures, you will see the movement there. The reason why you see the movement is because your camera decided to use slow shutter speed. Are you getting it now? Probably because the light available to you at that point in time is not much. This happens mostly at night or in the evening when the amount of light is very limited, it's so small. So the camera will have determined that okay, this light is not enough to capture this picture. It will now open up. It now slows down the shutter speed. And when it slows down the shutter speed, then any kind of movement during that time, because it is opening for a very long time, any kind of movement will show. So then you have blurry images. So fast shutter speed is to freeze movement, slow shutter speed is to show movement. Slow shutter speed means more light, fast shutter speed means less light, and that's just it. It's as simple as that. That is shutter speed. The amount of time by which we open and closes the shutter is referred to as the shutter speed. You are the shutter that is standing in between the lens and the image sensor. So that by the time that we tá bá sọ fún ẹ pé ẹya move, time tó fi move tó fi padà sí position rẹ̀ is referred to as the shutter speed. So tá bá ní kó move for 5 seconds kó tó padà, speed ẹ nìyẹn. Tá bá ní kó move for 5 minutes kó tó padà, that is your speed. That is your shutter speed. Tó bá dẹ̀ ní kó move tó sáré piu piu tó sáré padà pápàpá, that is your speed as well. So and shutter speed is measured in seconds, a fraction of seconds to minutes. So when you want to see shutter speed, you see them starting from, let's say, 1 over, depending on the type of camera that you are using, you can see 1 over 12,000. That means 1 second is divided into 12,000 times. You can see the amount of speed that will be. It's not just the shutter will just say pew. So if it is not in extreme brightness, this thing will not see anything. I get it now. And then you have up till, you can begin to decrease it up to, let's say, 1 over 250, 1 over 200, 1 over 160, 1 over 125, 1 over 100, 1 over 60, 1 over 30, and so on and so forth, until you now begin to have 1 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Are you getting it now? 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. There's some cameras like that that you can open them for up to 30 minutes. You can open them up for as slow as 30 minutes. So in that kind of situation, ìwọ ló mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ record tó fi wò pé I'm going to expose this camera for 30 minutes. People who shoot milky images, those that shoot stars, ìràwọ̀ ojú ọ̀run, they mostly expose for as long as this because they want to capture the movement. It's already dark in the night. Nothing can they are not going to see anything. So, but the movement of the stars from one point to the other is what they want to capture. So they can just probably focus a mountain. So the amount of as light travels around the mountain, so that's what they want to record for that the next 30 minutes. It's dark already, the mountain is there, but there is going to be a movement of light at one point in time. This star can come out now, so bright, another one will be dim, and the other at some other time, one will be dark, the other one will be bright. So they need that a lot of time to capture that kind of milky images. But when it comes to a very fast object, like some a train, an aeroplane, something that is very traveling very fast, someone that is running or in football who are just running all around the field, you need fast shutter, shutter speed to freeze the moment as fast as possible. Or you are shooting, let's say you are shooting sun in daylight, you are shooting at the sun, or you are shooting a subject projected towards the sun in daylight, then you will need as fast as 1/12,000 of the speed. Yeah, you just open and close it as fast as possible. So every one of them have their various rules. Shutter speed, fast shutter speed means less light, freezed moment. Slow shutter speed means more light, blurry or movement of the image, so to say.